All right, we are taking the drive home to 1039 Osprey Lake Circle, Hardeeville, South Carolina, in the private gated community of Osprey Lake, where the lots are large, fees are small, and the rules are refreshingly minimal for a gated community. I'm Chris Harro with Keller Williams Realty. We're going to take a look around, give you the basic specs on the community, the amenities, the homes, and explain why you might need to invest in a new flag before you move in. It's a pretty exclusive community. There's only about 62 homes in here inside the gates. Most of those on half acre or more, built from 2019 to 2021 by Logan homes. And we're only a couple miles from Levy, South Carolina, so if what we showed you in our Levy video is a little too exotic, you might find a lot to like here in Osprey Lake. There's no livestock, no chickens allowed, no backyard burning except for in things like fire pits or fireplaces. No short-term rentals without approval, and leases generally have to be between 6 and 12 months. Amenities. You still have plenty of boat ramps nearby and the New River wilderness all around. Osprey Lake is kind of like the gated community for people who don't really identify with big gated communities. They have a gate and some rules to follow, and with a couple of grandfathered exceptions, the architectural consistency of newer homes all built by a single builder. But that's about it. There's no golf course to maintain, no clubhouse to manage, no pickleball courts to fight over, and no community swimming pool that has to shut down every time a raccoon makes a deposit. There's no resort amenities at all, really. And if you're thinking, does just having a gate make a place a gated community? There's also a 17-acre community lake, lakefront fire pit, screen-enclosed gazebo, and community dock, where you can sit on a dock without having to worry about maintaining your own personal dock. And they actually have some things that a lot of gated communities don't have. They have a second gate, and you get a mailbox of your very own. Even though it's a fairly new development, there are no cluster box units or CBUs anywhere in Osprey Lake. Competition. Crossover communities that compete for Osprey Lake buyers include places like the Haven at New Riverside, Riverton Point, and Hilton Head Lakes. All are great places, but none of them are exactly like this. Osprey Lake just keeps it so super simple. Just one road, goes all the way around like a big racetrack. The speed limit inside the gates is just 15 miles an hour, so go easy on the pedal. There's a low annual fee for a gated community. You can find a link to the fees in the video description. And outside of the automated security gates, private roads, a handful of street lights, 2 ponds, the screen-enclosed gazebo with the dock, with the lakefront fire pit. There's not a lot of complicated amenities to worry about either. The houses in here are really straightforward too, with a couple grandfathered exceptions. This is all Logan builders. Their lake collection, upscale 3 and 4 bedrooms in a coastal farmhouse cottage style. There's 1-story and 2-story homes, from a cozy 1,400 square feet to a modestly massive 2,800 square feet. All slab on grade, no steps to your front door, and plenty of space all around you. Home sites start at 1/3 of an acre and they go all the way up to just under an acre. You have wooded views around the outside of the loop, or on the inside, you have a front row seat to the lake. You'll see vinyl exteriors, oversized 2-car garages standard, lots of good house colors to choose from, but your mailbox only comes in black and white. And if you want a fence, it's going to be black or white aluminum or white vinyl, like the kind you see out front. And if you live on the lake, you're going to need to be able to see through that fence. In the broader surrounding area, Outside the gate, you're not exactly in the middle of nowhere. We're tucked away in Jasper County, but it's a surprisingly convenient location. We're about 15 minutes north of Savannah, 15 minutes southwest of Bluffton, and we're about 5 minutes from exit 5 on I-95. So you can enjoy all the peace and quiet, but if you suddenly have a need for a fancy steak or a candied apple or an all-joy donut or a round of golf, it's all just a short drive down the road. Small print, quirky rules. Like almost all gated communities, the fine print in Osprey Lake gets a little interesting. You can have a boat on the lake, but it better be under 16 feet and either electric or human powered. No gas engines. And invisible fences have to be set back 15 feet from the street and your neighbors. No clotheslines allowed. And your American flag cannot be bigger than 3 by 5 feet. It's a rule, so plan accordingly. Local history. This part of Hardeeville has been on the books for a while. If you've ever taken Highway 315 from Bluffton to the Savannah Bridge, you've passed this place without even knowing it. A couple man-made freshwater ponds were here before, but the Osprey Lake we know today took shape when Logan Homes stepped in about 2018. That's when the big pond became a little lake. Logan Homes is a really established regional builder. They started in 1986. They're headquartered in North Carolina, but they've been super busy the last 10 years, from Surf City to Wilmington and Sunset Beach down to Ladies Island, Dataw Island, and Bluffton communities like Hampton Lake, Rose Hill, Washington Square, and down to Savannah. We've arrived at our featured listing, 1039 Osprey Lake Circle, on a really big lot. It's nearly 9/10 of an acre. It's got those wide open spaces, gravel basketball key, and the quiet that might make you forget about your phone for a minute. This is a heavily modified greenfield floor plan design that's been a favorite in the community. Wide open living area, and that balance of I have enough room for all my stuff and I also don't want to spend all day cleaning. There's a covered front porch, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a study on the main level, plus a 3rd bedroom, 3rd bath, plus bonus room upstairs. Also have walk-in attic storage upstairs and an extra workshop or storage room off the garage on the main level. An expanded and enclosed screened lanai in back on a corner-shaped lot with tons of privacy. So that's Osprey Lake, 17-acre lake, gated community, peaceful way to live the low country life. Osprey Lake sold out fast. In 2020, they had 30 sales. Last year, they only had 3. Once you're here in Osprey Lake, people tend to stay put. Call or text if you'd like to schedule to see 1039 Osprey Lake in person, or if you'd like a heads up when the next Osprey Lake home becomes available. I'm Chris Harro with Keller Williams Realty. Thanks for watching.